Viewer discretion is advised. Your fave will be criticized.
That's Jan.
That's Chris.
And this is CCTV, the non-stop pop show.
And it's time for the September 2023 K-Pop Pop Ball.
Looking for an awesome global pop music podcast? Well, Shannon and I have the inside scoop with extensive experience performing on stage and working at record labels. And we review and deep dive into your favorite artists, songs, and careers, analyzing all the creative and business decisions along the way. You can join us on Patreon at patreon.com/cctvpops and become a part of our amazing crew, which includes Lily, Lisette, Emily, and Juliet. Subscribe now and let's explore the world of pop music together.
Yeah, we will take you to a better place. Oh, yeah. Pop Off is a segment here on CCTV where we will take some tracks, compare the songs, videos, and performances, and pick our favorites in each category, then each choose an ultimate winner. This is meant for pure fun, so don't take it too seriously. Come join with us and let us know what wins for you in the comments.
And as always, we put up polls on our socials at CCTV Pops, asking you all to vote for which songs we should include in this episode. And again, it was quite a close vote. But we're doing some new groups, more new groups today.
Yeah,
the youngins. We're doing RIIZE, TEMPEST, and Kep1er. So let's get ready to rumble.
Round 1.
First in the ring is RIIZE with Get a Guitar.
Player 1.
Done by PhD, Shinari, Bang Hae-hyun, Benjamin Samama, and David Arkwright. And this is the debut single from SM's brand new boy group, not to be confused with any NCT spinoff.
It's very confusing because, let's be real, this could easily be an NCT song too. Anyway, so round 1 is about the song itself, the production, the vocals, everything. I will say my first impression was that it was quite Disney. Not in a bad way.
You're right. Yeah.
Because that's our...
Absolutely.
That's our time. That's our era. So I felt very nostalgic. Like it gives me that. Because it's not a rocky song. Like it's about a guitar, but it's like very pop. Like guitar is the only like real instrument in there.
Yeah, no, that's true. I agree.
I will say I wasn't like that into it when I first heard it, but it has grown on me quite a lot as I've continued to listen to it. And now I do enjoy it, though I do still feel a little old listening to it. But I think it's super catchy. Very warm as well. And yeah, the little hooks are nice. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, it's good. I like the little like post chord as well. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I don't know. I think the structure is just good. Going back to the instruments though, I do wish there was more guitar. Like even the solo in the bridge is like kind of like not muted, but it's like it's not pushed extremely forward. Yeah. And then that last outro moment is asking for like some full guitar solo because and then there's no bass guitar.
You know what?
Like that cool. There'd be some cool bass moments in there. I just would have added more depth to the whole thing. Yeah, vocally very SM. Again, very warm. There are some nice tones in there. A lot of huskiness, right? SM loves the husky R&B voices. Then there's like a couple like nasally tones as well, which again SM loves to balance. So yeah, what do you think?
I love the same way you did. I heard it and I was like, oh, they're not bad. The first verse of the Get a Guitar is good, but then the Sungchan does it because the Sungchan and the Sunghan. I'm trying to get it right. So the Sungchan does it, and it sounds very like get a guitar.
Yeah, a little too low.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just like, dang it. Oh, dang. Which stakes because Wonbin's part is he sings it well because it fits in his voice vocal range. I think the lyrics are sweet in terms of like what's the word for it? The meaning of it being like, listen, don't play with my heart, but the person's playing it so well, it's like, okay, I'm back. I like you a lot. So I think that's cute. It's very just like young, simple, doesn't really get too like inappropriate. It's age appropriate, and yeah, I can hear the Disney thing.
Yeah,
it's giving like a little High School Musical era of
or like early Joe Bros.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I will say that I do hear Prince meets Shiny because if you think about Kiss, yeah, it's very like Princey in that sense where the little twangy, or Yeah. But yeah. And granted, there are some people think, or like people think like Michael Jackson, but Prince was there.
Prince.
Yo, Prince
Yeah.
there, y'all. But yeah, it's very Prince, but SM, affied. And so luckily they have him to be the higher tone because, like you said, a lot of them are a little husky. But yeah, I'm glad that they're actually singing and not relying on the coolness of hip hop to carry the song.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned that there was like a lack of depth, and I agree. It's a little shallow in terms of like production elements. Doesn't mean the song is bad. Doesn't mean no one's talented. Everyone did a really good job. But at the same time, I do wish there was a little bit more layer of instrumentation. But yeah, I like it. It doesn't really sound too much like a, spin-off show for an NCT group. Not too much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Maybe because there's no rapping.
Maybe.
Serious rapping. But yeah, I appreciate it. And I think the B-sides Memories is a nice complimentary track.
Okay.
But I'm just happy they didn't really go for like the siren sound. So I'm going to stand with that one, But yeah, I like this one. It's cute.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the next competitor.
Let's get it.
So player 2 is Tempest with Vroom Vroom.
Player 2.
This one was done by Johnny Andre Vinhe Brist, Oyvind Tonneson Per, Oscar Eklund 12, and Lu and Hwarong of Tempest. And this is the title track from their first single album, Into the Tempest.
Yeah, it's Into the Tempest. That's interesting because we liked it when they came out. We did Bad News. Be sure to check out our Is It Boppin' episode of Bad News. And we also discussed them a couple of months ago with their song Dangerous.
Yeah.
And those two songs embody like second gen K-pop boy groups. This is third gen-ish NCT SM song camp. And I was trying really hard not to compare, but it's difficult because their singles have been really bright.
Yeah.
Even the B-side on this single album you said, oh gosh, K-pop in their categories. Okay, so yes, on the single album, there is a song, Dive or Deep, one of the two, something about water. It sounds more like them. And I'm not saying they can't stay within the realm of, or they can't experiment without, I'm not saying they can't experiment, but for me, this just sounds a little bit too much. Like we have a demo kind of floating around. Would your boy group be interested, as opposed to Tempest is this group that makes this kind of music? Can you give us something that has a little bit of a flair, a little bit more of a hip hop spin to it? Because there's so many ways you can like build upon their concept. And I don't hate the song, like not at all. It definitely serves its purpose. Like every boy group has like their hot boy era. I feel like they hit theirs a little too soon because they've only had like 3 singles since they debuted last year. So I'm just like, okay. But yeah, there are some highlight moments. I will say that it has like this interesting main melody and drum part pattern, and before the verse starts, and it plays throughout the song. The falling away with the beat, and the second verse I like because it creates nice tension. And there's harmonies here and there. They're satisfying to listen to. Luckily, they have that vocalist whose name is slipping from my brain right now, but they have him. He's taking a lot of the highs. He's taking the pre-chorus mostly.
Yeah.
Luckily, they have him because he's great. He's solid. But again, it's just tough not to hear SM song camp. I do appreciate the dance break though. It's giving me fast and furious. I like that. I just, again, wish the sonic approach was just a little bit more original.
Yeah.
A little bit more bespoke to them, because like, there's a whole decade of Western music that they can draw influence from 2000 to 2012. Like there's bigger NSYNC, actually even like British groups are,
yeah.
But yeah, this one's like okay for me. How about you? What you think?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting the sound like when it started because their other singles have been more bright, and so it's good that they're like expanding their range, I guess. The NCT comparison was immediate for sure. Like you can hear Taeyong doing that chicka chicka boom boom.
Yeah,
it's very him in that way. So yeah, I can totally see it as an NCT reject, maybe, or however you want to call it. I think the overall rap flows are fine. There's no like huge standout moments where like, oh, that was like cool line, or like that delivery was like really cool. There wasn't anything really like that, but nothing like bad about it. It was just like fine. Yeah. But yeah, it's all just a tad predictable. It's kind of what you were saying. Like the bridge was exactly what you would expect it to be. That kind of like R&B-ish bridge with like the on the back. And then the huge note leading into like the dubstep-y dance break. Like it's just been done so much.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but I will say what I do enjoy, especially listening to it with headphones as well, the car sounds throughout are actually interpolated into it really well.
Yes.
Like, it's really cool the way they blended the car sounds into the chicka chicka vroom vroom. And I love the ending with the screech and stuff too. Like, I thought all of that was done really well. And there's actually this hidden harmony behind the chicka chicka vroom vroom and as it builds. And it's very far back in the mix. I only noticed it when I played it in headphones. I was like, imagine if they did that. I mean, that would be very NCT as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
But if they did the full kind of 4 or 5 part harmony build of the chicka chicka vroom vroom, at least it would have climaxed the chorus maybe a tad more.
Yeah. Would have been fun. More fun.
But yeah, I'm not too impressed with this one.
You know what I said about this one? It's better than Gravity's Scar. I was like, get me out of here. Get me out this car immediately, sir. All right. The final player is Kep1er with Galileo.
Player 3.
And this was done by Ye Junsun, Hiro and Dino of Sunny, Josh Fountain, So Ji-eun, Lauren Akina, and Marcus Anderson. I know how to say that name, but it slipped my mind because I was like, oh my God, I recognize her. She worked with Rina Sawayama, and also she did IVE's 11.
Yes.
So I'm excited to talk about this one because we have notes. And this is the title track from their album, Magic Hour. Yes. Okay. I do like the funk guitar. It is fun. And it's not too disco-y. Because K-pop, they have a tendency to like, they latch onto something and they don't let it die for like 2 years. And so I was afraid that this is going to happen with this one, but it didn't. I like that the girls are using the lower breath vocal styling. So I appreciate the vocal production on that. Because it just, if you have too much high notes throughout the song, it just gets very like, your ears get jaded, they get tired, fatigued, that's the word. And I feel like it rises in a nice way. The dynamic as well is good enough for me to be like, okay, we've reached a crescendo. The chorus is here. It sounds different from the verses. And the chorus is catchy enough. I do appreciate that it doesn't sound like it's super, super geared toward TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like an actual K-pop chorus, but it just sounds like a standard issue K-pop chorus. Like, girl group, we had that moment, the look in my heart, the stuttering kind of lyric. Nothing that really like stands out. The lyrics are super sweet in terms of like, I guess like a first love or like feeling strongly about someone. But I'm trying to figure out what Galileo himself was dragged into this. I'm trying to figure out. See, my thing is...
Yeah, do they mention like astronomy a lot? No, not
at all. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? So, little history lesson for folks. So Galileo found out that the Earth revolves around the sun, so it's heliocentric, right? So I was thinking maybe your mind or your heart is revolving around this one person, or because he discovered different things with the telescope, you're discovering someone's heart, but you're calling that guy Galileo or that person Galileo, like, I'm looking for you, as opposed to you looking for a star. I'm trying to make it work. That, or the team was just being lazy, was like, oh, Galileo, Kep1er, space, let's go. I don't know. Yeah, but yes, again, that's the only kind of note. And I just feel like the dance break was predictable. We're talking about predictability.
Oh,
all right. Like, cause Up, for me, that's their best dance break.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on this album, I just feel like Love Unlocked was probably a better, because there's no group that has a single as a sound. Like, it has like this really funky, not funky, but I say funky in terms of like, I like it. It gives me feels, not like genre wise, but
yeah,
it's solid. It's just kind of just, I don't know what's going on with this group, like what their sound is. It just sounds like very generic girl group.
Yeah. These project groups kind of always, I'm not a huge fan of them, because I think we talked about this when we talked about the last few Kep1er singles. Because I get that maybe the general public is connected to them because they obviously helped kind of form them.
Right.
But then because they're a temporary group that are all signed to these different labels, it's temporary, but then also then there's really no point in them establishing a signature sound because it's temporary. So I don't know. Just the whole concept. Yeah, I don't really get it. But anyway,
you're right.
This song's fine.
Yeah.
The production is fine. I think the overall balance is really nice. Like, it gets really full in the chorus, and like there's a lot of synths and stuff going on, but it actually balances out really nicely. So yeah, with the guitar as well. Yeah, the overall melody is pleasant. It is giving summer though, and like, we're here in New York where it's like tumbling down in temperature right now. So I don't know. It just feels a tad weirdly timed, maybe,
Yeah,
the song.
it does. It feels like
Yeah.
late.
Yeah, but like, obviously I'm not like a huge fan of Kep1er, so like I can't really pick out their voices and stuff very well. So when I hear this song, there's no way I would never know what group this was if you didn't tell me. Like this could easily be sung by pretty much any girl group.
Yeah.
And even if it's not their signature sound, like it could be a B-side. You know, like there's just nothing unique about it. I actually, to be fair though, did like the dance break moment because I thought it at least brought the whole thing to another level.
Okay, yeah.
It gave it like a decent energy boost because it just kind of like, you know, kind of just like flatlines a little bit.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all just like pleasant.
Yes, I agree.
So it's fine. Like I honestly don't have that much to say about it.
Understandable. And
like I can't even sing it back to you right now. And we listened to what, like 30 times before we filmed it. So
yeah. You know what, Keplians, listen, don't get mad. Just it's one of those things where I personally feel like Love on Love, you probably would like it. Be like, okay, why was this not a single? Like with them, their debut single, Mask would have been perfect. Again,
oh yeah, Mask was cool. Yeah,
they have so many B-sides that are better than the title track, and I'm like, do y'all want them to not do well? What's going on? Because
that's the other thing is that, well, we'll talk about this more as we get into the visuals because it's like they're not all on the same page with like what they're giving. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of, we will get to round 2 very shortly because that ends round 1. Let's choose a winner.
Oh,
which one is the best song for you?
Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna give it to RIIZE. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm gonna give it to RIIZE because I feel like the song, although it's not like wow, it's solid. There's moments I really appreciate, and there's a lot of hooky points.
Yeah, I have to give it to RIIZE as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so round 2 is about the video.
Round 2.
The Get a Guitar video, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that it's, you know, it is SM, so I'm glad they're not, you know, in Kwangya, first off.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Kwangya's over. Kwangya has been destroyed by Thanos. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Which is great. Like, they're in the real world. It's all very, like,
thank God,
normal.
Yeah. They exist.
They're not
codes, that HTML codes.
I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought the mix of the candid moments and the dance moments were really well done. I liked the overall settings of everything, like them in the rooms, like with all the guitars, and then them on the skateboarding rink and stuff. Like I thought all that, or skateboarding park, whatever, all very, very cool and very natural. Like even the candid moments, like them laughing with each other, cheering each other on when they were performing on stage and stuff, like that felt natural. And even on camera, like SM does a really good job with this. Like they're very natural on camera too.
Oh yeah.
Like every little smirk and stuff, it's not trying too hard. Right. Like it feels like they genuinely wanted to do that. They weren't told to do that.
Like smile at the camera now.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was cute. I think for me, I do appreciate like you can see their personalities and also even in the styling, you can see like who's what, like with their person. I always like that about SM. Other groups do it too, but I noticed with SM, they're like, if you have a certain role or you have a personality, they will dress you that way. Like Anton gets dressed in this very like smart kind of way. What's his name? Sung Han, the one that looks like Kangta. He has an old SM face, which isn't bad. It's a good face, but he looks like 90s SM. You have So-hee who has like the 2000s like
choppy haircut. Yeah.
But you can tell it's almost like, okay, I know that one. Or, you know, the hair with one bit. Like, I know their names because I was like, okay, who's that one with this? And who's that one? You know, I know it because of that.
That's great, too. It's tough with the new group.
It is. And I usually am just like, okay, they want the hair. They want the, you know? So they do their job with that. I do like that it is chill. It's fun, like you said. And I think the balance between the VCR and then the high quality camera definitely, I mean, they've done it for all their groups. They did it with NCT Dream for We Go, whatever. Either way, they use that. It's not like anything new and not reinventing the wheel here. But it's just nice to see like these guys from this very like prestigious company looking natural, which is almost becoming hard for SM to do now because they have NCT, they're like worlds away. And then you have SBOK, who is literally in another room. So
Not anymore.
not anymore, thank God. But yeah, I feel like I appreciate the camera work because what they're using a lot of dynamic shots.
Yes.
If they would have used static shots, it would have been so much more boring.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate the work that they did. It's simple enough. I get it. I understand. I knew who was who, or at least I wanted to know who was who while watching. And yeah, you know, I appreciate it.
And shout out to Shotaro and Sungchan, right?
Sungchan, you're right.
Okay, yes. Congrats, guys, for leaving the mess that was NCT.
Oh my God. They must have been so.
They are out of the dungeon. Oh, man. All right. So moving on to player 2, Vroom Vroom, Tempest.
Okay. You know, this video, this video, I actually like it. The set design of the video, I enjoy. Especially in that one room, the main dance scenes are taking place in. It's like an engine of some sort. I'm trying to figure out which engine.
Yeah.
It's like an A-hole, like it's a motorcycle engine. I don't know, but it looks like some kind of inside of a vehicular body, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I don't mind videos in a row. Yeah, I don't mind box rooms.
Yeah.
And box sets. I don't mind that because it's a good box set.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's the only room I liked. Everybody else's room was kind of just like repurposed from the dance scenes. Like they were in the white room. The the main vocal was also in the white room, but with a sports car. Like it's just kind of repurposed, which is fine. Like you don't have to sit there and go to different sets each time. You don't have to. But yeah, it just didn't stand out too much. I do like the way the guys look. Like this whole new era has brought on these new looks. Like I think his name is Han, the one that's from Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He usually looks like, I'm just a berry that likes berries and cream. And this time he looks like, he has a very sweet, like ribbon around the neck kind of look. But he looked kind of tough, the little undercut, the little, it's giving edgy. I think Hwadong had green hair, Blue had blue hair. I was like, well, this is nice. This is very striking. So it stood out. The styling I liked. But then again, I like hot boy era styling. I just think it's very fun to have a guy in a crop top and baggy jeans, or I just like that juxtaposition. I like the motocross outfits. Those are fun. And camera work wise, I think through the chorus and the second verse, the camera work was really fun. It felt like I was being controlled, like on a motorcycle or something. But aside from that, there's not much to really chime in on. The flames in the dance break, awesome.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it wasn't like this groundbreaking kind of thing. It looked really good though. I'll give them that. It looked good.
Yeah.
The camera work was really dynamic. It was fun to watch. But as a whole, there are moments I'm like, And there's moments I'm like, oh my God, this is great. So there's I didn't stay in it the whole time. That's what I'm saying.
I enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought for what it was, it matched the song.
Yeah.
The musicality was there. I agree. I think the camera work, they did a good job balancing kind of the change of angles and stuff. But it wasn't too shaky because sometimes it can get earthquake and it's
God.
No, they're driving inside. Can be a little smoother. So I thought they balanced that well.
Yeah.
I liked the red room.
Oh yeah.
I thought the way they did the lighting and stuff there was really cool, and it kind of looked like a battery, I guess.
Yeah.
It was kind of spiking and stuff.
Racing games.
Yeah. So that was I enjoyed that. I will say, so they're older than I thought.
Yes.
Because I thought they were all late teens, maybe mid-teen, late teens. But no, they actually some of them are in their young 20s. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not just the cool guy thing or hot boy thing, as you just said, not fully genuine.
Not all of them, no.
Yeah, they're this is different from what we were just talking about with RIIZE. It did not feel natural.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very forced. I'm cool. I'm
lip
do
biting.
these. Lip biting, eyebrow raises, stuff. It was just a lot. And I get it because that's kind of what the song is giving.
Yeah, yeah.
But some of them, it's just it looks fake.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving light skin energy. It's just all
yeah.
It's
just a little try hard.
It was some moments,
which is tough.
Yeah.
But I think, because a lot, with these K-pop things, they're kind of just given the concept and told what to do, right? Yeah. So I think they did their best with what they could for sure. And I did enjoy watching it. It was entertaining.
Yes.
But yeah, I just think maybe give them a couple more years, maybe it'll feel a little more natural.
That's what I was saying
with this concept.
Yeah, I agree. Up next is the Kep1er Galileo video, and this one did not require too much thought, thank God. But still, I'm confused. So what I got from it, they're all hanging out, having a good time, minding their business, and then suddenly, a photo booth appeared from the sky. An unidentified flying object, it was identified as a photo booth. I will say I don't care for the concept that it was a photo booth, because I'm like, girls do other things than take pictures. Like it could have been an elevator, it could have been a spaceship, it could have been anything that went along with the concept that they actually have, because they go on the inside and there's elevator buttons to take them to places. Why does a photo booth have elevator buttons? I mean, they did play with the photo booth concept when one of the girls pressed merry-go-round, it took pictures of them and such. But again, it doesn't go with the space concept. It could have been a UFO, an elevator that shot up into space. I don't care. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
But they used it, and then one of the members pressed the heart. So I guess they're trying to find a way to get to fun places, and the heart was the final destination. And once they got there, they're in a museum, still looking for love, all these imageries of love and depictions of love. I think it's so funny that they get close to the painting and they get blue skidooed into one of them. If you don't know what a blue skidoo is, you're too young. But yeah. I mean, after that, the video just starts to decline in terms of like wow, or like new moments that really like made me go, oh, that was nice. Right. I think the intersection portion is cute because it's like, how do I get to your heart? Which way to go? I get it. It definitely illustrates the meaning of the song well enough for you to get it. But that's just about it. It was just satisfactory, and I cannot with the weird anime like staring.
Yeah, the blank staring is not my fave.
No.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about this video. Yeah. Going back, I'm sorry, I'm gonna sound like such a hater here, but
how so?
I just don't get this group again. Oh, like the chemistry is not there.
No, it's not.
Like I do not feel that these girls ever hang out with each other, like outside of work. You know what I mean?
What's filmed?
Like it just feels so fake. Like it's just like, okay, here in this scene, you guys have to pretend you're friends and taking pictures of this photo. You know what I mean? Like it's like not genuine.
Shut up for work.
Even at the end when they're like running out of the photo booth and they all kind of like look at each other, like it's not. I don't feel friendship here. There's no warmth. It's just so robotic.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help with the blank staring as well for a lot of them.
Staring.
Like I just don't get it. Like I'm not captivated.
No, it feels like coworkers.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I'm not captivated.
Yeah. Not there.
The actual video is fine. I thought some of the effects and stuff in the museum were cool.
Yeah.
And some of the visuals were well done. It didn't look too like it looked very expensive. Like they did a really good job with the effects and stuff. But yeah, I was distracted by just like how they're just not good.
Oh, I'm just staring.
Performers, like overall, I will say like the 5 that are in the dance group, obviously they're like giving for that. I did enjoy that. But yeah, just like the acting and stuff, I don't know, just it's not
absolutely
working for me.
Some people don't fit that concept, like hikaru and like shouting, like they have a little bit more of like a sultry kind of like smoldery,
which is not what the song is.
No, and so you're like, oh. Yeah.
And she is holding back. We'll talk about the choreography, but like she is a star. I just say, she is a star and she's being held back in this group.
Conceptually speaking, absolutely. I agree. Some members fit this a little bit more than the others, for sure.
Yeah. So let's choose a winner for round 2 video. I have to give it to RIIZE again. I'm sorry.
Otra vez. No, he's right. I'm to RIIZE too. Yeah, I'm just saying they have everything in the far out.
Okay, so the final round is about performance and choreography.
Yes.
Round 3.
Okay, so player 1, RIIZE.
Mm-hmm.
I love this choreo. I think it's so good. I like it even more. Each time I watch it, I'm like, ooh, that part. And like, ooh, look at them in the back. They're doing that. Like, it's slick. It's super slick. Yeah. It's not generic at all.
Yeah.
They only do kind of the basic guitar strum, like only a few select times. Yes. And every other time where there is a reference to that motion and stuff, it's actually very creative.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really well done. I love the play with the rock hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the chorus again, just super creative. The footwork is really cool. Like the yeah, like that. It's hard.
It is.
That's really tough, and they look super clean.
Yes.
You know, make it look super easy.
Yeah.
Very smooth. And then just to juxtapose what I was just saying about Kep1er, their interactions were very genuine feeling.
Feeling, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because there are little moments, even if you're watching the ones in the back, they'll look at each other, or like
Yeah.
there's a part in the second verse where they're all kind of facing each other, and they're like making little like smirks at each other and stuff. Maybe that's directed, which it likely is directed, but it feels genuine.
There's
and natural.
chemistry, yeah.
Yeah, and Shotaro, that dance break, yo,
Yeah.
he kills that.
He's like,
He's been prepping for that in the dungeon for years. Since what Universe? What was the first song that he was?
yeah, Universe.
The Universe.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
He's
yeah.
been prepping for this, and he looks amazing. That dance break is amazing.
It is.
And also, I love the end of it. They do this like little like neck thing, and it matches like the resonance of the guitar at the end. I was like, oh yes, musicality. Yeah. Yes.
I agree. You know, going to Shotaro, Seunghan, and Wonbin, they tend to forget that they're in a group and they go hard. It's so funny because like you can see like toward the dance break, it's the three of them dancing together and they match so well. Like it's so satisfying. Everyone else can dance as well too, but SM purposely, they know what they're doing. The choreographer knows what they're doing. So me saying this isn't me like, oh, dang favorites. Everyone can see it. Okay, so they eat that stuff up. And I think I enjoy watching them because it's like, if I ever try to learn choreography, I look for someone who's been doing like the most basic version of it. Like Anton, he's not a terrible dancer. He's not pushing out his like performance. Like he seems like a very introverted kind of person and he hasn't come out of his shell just yet, but I would watch him. But to get like the feel, the Nukim, like Nukim is feel, I would look at one of those three members because it's just like, it's so fun to watch them because they look like they're having fun. Even if you watch like them doing the It's Live, but it's not really live, but they're watching the It's Live, you can see Wonbin kind of moving his body, wanting to dance. Like it's fun. And there's a lot of like repeatability. That's not a word. If it is, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make everything look like it's easy, like deceptively. So like I thought I could do the foot thing. I'm over here struggling.
Yeah, I need to practice that. I don't really understand how the weight shift is going in that. Yeah.
That's the only thing. But yeah, I want to copy it. And that's the whole point. They didn't purposely make something for TikTok or anything. They made choreography that was good. And they made choreography that had musicality. Therefore, people will repeat it. Therefore, it can go possibly viral. Like that's the idea of it. And I appreciate like that SM is not trying too hard to be like, this is a trend. So if that's on them, cool. If it's on the choreographer, thank you, whomever. But I appreciate the just actual like performance of it. And it wasn't too much either because we all know NCT likes to perform like they're doing World of Dance.
Yeah.
But this is just simple enough to feel like, okay, you know, group one, group two, all together, solo, you know, so it's not like,
fun.
yeah, it's fun, indeed. Up next is Vroom Vroom, chicka chicka, vroom vroom, chicka chicka, vroom vroom. Oh, you got it.
With the fist pumping.
Yeah. See, okay. There's a little catchiness in there. Side note, guys, you know, I was watching the choreography and I noticed, I was like, I see something familiar. Something about this just feels like a certain choreography group. So I've been watching Street Man Fighter just retroactively. And I realized it was Weedon Boys. So I looked it up and it was Weedon Boys that choreographed it because this choreography has a lot of trendy moves and the movements that don't take themselves too seriously. Like there are some intricate moments, nothing too crazy, but there are moments in this choreography where I'm like, oh, that looks a little involved. But Weedon Boys has this style where it's fun. Even though there's a lot of effort that is needed to perform certain motions, it still looks fun. Like even the first verse, I was grabbed because of how like swaggy it looked, how like it just looked like a bunch of boys at a party who just knew the same dance. And I appreciate that kind of feeling. But yeah, aside from that, me noticing that, I will say that I do wish some certain points of Weedon Boys' choreography kind of stayed with them, or like at least formation changes. Like in the bridge for their dance break, the Weedon Boys had more dynamism. Is that the word we found out about? Yeah, dynamism.
I thought that wasn't a word.
It is.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Okay.
We just don't say it confidently. But yeah, so they had a lot more like formation changes, so it made the dance break a little bit more interesting. But I do understand, like for an idol group, you just want cleanliness and just impact.
Yeah.
And it has that. I just do wish they had more formation changes. But aside from that, I like the choreography. It's fun. The idol version does what it needs to do. I did notice like the baggy jeans like once like mock twerk thing, but it happens. Whatever, not a huge deal. It wasn't like they did it the whole time, but they did it for the one room and then moved on. So yeah, I mean, aside from that, I like it. It's neat. Nothing too crazy. I love Hanbin's part.
Oh yeah,
he eats it up.
Hanbin, man,
Proud of him.
Proud.
Yeah,
I'm very proud.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really full out for sure, and very clean. They do a good job. I think the musicality overall is very, very good and hits very hard. And it references kind of the dynamics and the vocals as well, and just the build of the songs. So yeah, I think the overall choreography is good. And the dance skill in the group is interesting to watch because I did try to kind of watch each member in the dance practice, and there's kind of a range in execution. Some hit super hard, and some are trying to do the more kind of swaggy, cool thing. So I don't know if that was a cleaning thing or just a stylistic thing between the members. But yeah, that was just kind of interesting to observe. Yeah, I think the overall point choreo, which I already know, right, with the fist pumping and like the knee flapping and stuff. I learned that from you, knee flapping. But yeah, and I think it looks cool. It looks cool in the V formation. It's effective. You get the car references, but not too many cheesy car references, which I'm happy about. Like even the part where they're just like doing the one hand on the wheel and then the beep beep with the other one. Like it looks cool. Yes. So yeah, they did a good job with that because sometimes car references can look really cheesy. The dance break is fine. So yeah, I need to maybe watch the original version that they did.
It's all arm swinging.
Because it's just a little like hip-hop advanced class.
Stop, it is. I mean, the We The Boys version is not any different. It's a lot of arm swinging, but the clean that up to be a pain in the butt. The formations is what made it like, whoa, they're moving. Because it was such a simple.
Yeah, but it just felt like the moves were very like
1, 2,
yeah, like what you'd learn in class. Like it felt very like not foundational, but
like no, like a class. Like everyone was standing really straight too. Like everyone was in this one V formation, this arm thing, and then.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just what it was giving. And like we take a lot of dance classes, so we know what we're talking about here. So before you say anything. I enjoyed the last chorus. I thought the switch up was really well done. It felt like a proper climax there. The energy was there. And yeah, shout out to Hanbin for sure.
Yeah, hold it in.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Oh, gonna be a tough one. All right, so fine. I don't like RIIZE Kep1er with Galileo.
Okay.
So,
I'll start because you're probably going to be more positive. Okay, so they also, I've complained about this before. There's some companies where for their girl groups, to make them look cleaner, I think that's the motivation. I think to make them look cleaner, they're told to go not full out, right? So this is the opposite of Tempest, where they're told to like go every single hit. You better be like giving your absolute all, like every single organ better be like vibrating from you hitting so hard, okay? Right? When you watch Hanbin, it's like, yo, like you ate before that. Like it's not going to stay in your body. This is the opposite. This is what we call a mark. In dance class, where you do not go full out, but you make sure that your movements are exact, right? So there's a lot of intricacy in here, right? A lot of hands, and a lot of just like little moments, and they're fast, So in that way, it makes sense to me. But it's like every little hip hit and stuff, they're literally doing it like the smallest little hip hit. And again, now going back to like Hikaru and some of the more dancer members, they are holding back so much. You can see it. She is holding back so much that like it's but they're told to do that. So this isn't like a commentary on their dance ability. It's just like the aesthetic that this label has chosen, and I don't personally like it very much. And going back to kind of like the chemistry and stuff. It's like what you just said. Like they're like coworkers. Like even like there's no fire.
No, I'm sorry.
Like, do they even like the song? Like, do they even want to be performing this? I don't feel that joy, like, at all.
Yeah.
And you get that from the other two groups.
Yeah, like they like their
Where it's like when they're on stage or when they're even in the dance practices and stuff, they're enjoying it. They're like giving it their all and it's like coming out of them. Like the fire is there.
Yeah.
With them. And again, this could just be a cleaning thing as well, where they're told to not
Be reserved.
put too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm not captivated by it. Like if there's no fire behind the eyes, like, and you're not singing live in these performances either. So it's like,
Go off.
I feel nothing.
Yeah. Go off. Yeah.
Sorry. Hopefully you're more positive. I don't know.
I like smile eerily at the Sorry. You know, I'm still smiling at the camera. Okay, so to go with what you were saying in terms of the lack of chemistry, like if you want to know what chemistry is, Chris and I have that. Like I can look at him and understand what he's saying. He can look at me and be like, okay, I get what she's, we can just find words within each other. We can look at each other confidently and be like, okay, if I can't say this, this person can say it. When I look at Kep1er, I don't get that sense where it's like they're particularly close, and they may be, maybe off camera they are. But even when they dance together as partners, it feels very 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, there's a partner work in the second pre-chorus with Hikaru and some other people where there's like 3 different choreographies going on, which bothers me. Oh my God. But when they're touching, it doesn't feel very like together or like together in terms of like feeling. When they're holding each other and doing an arm wave, like no one's looking at each other. Like when they come together, they're kind of like looking past each other or like each other's foreheads. Like it doesn't feel like they would be like this in the middle of a performance. Like looking at someone as a dancer and like kind of giggling for 2 seconds is normal. I don't get that from them. Even when they perform like for like a live thing.
Yeah. Like they're not on the same like wavelength. They're not, it's not like a team, like we are one.
Yeah.
So but that's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Needed.
It is, especially for because you guys are touching, you're talking about love, but you're right. I don't think they really like this song. And it doesn't mean that the song is bad, so we're not crapping on the songwriters. It's just maybe a different group would execute it a little bit more better, because I feel like a lot of these girls want to give you Love on Lock has and on top of that, one of the members, I cannot remember her name, but she is leading the diagonal for that dance break, and she's popping her back, shaking the organs like he said. And it's like she wants that. She gives girl crush. And this is not girl crush. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are giving girl crush or even high teen, and this music is not that. So again, it's like, and it's really run-of-the-mill choreography. It is. It's run-of-the-mill girl group choreography. They get into a line, they do levels. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then another move that really bothers me is when one of the members leans on shouting in a passe, like she puts her knee up and then she leans. And Chris, come here. See, but we have more chemistry though. Even still, but I hate that choreography. And another thing too, I like the little look at my heart, like it's cute.
Oh yeah.
But for Galileo, I'm trying to figure out if this is like a butterfly or like a firework, a spark in your heart. Why not do the, Galileo,
with like a telescope,
yeah. Or like get something, or just not by your mouth, just like I'm saying, like just make sure it's up here, Galileo. Something that feels a little bit more galactic. So I just feel like, again, if you're going to sit there and have a song and a group that pertains to the astronomical space, why not just go for it? At least it'd be more interesting. But yeah, they've always kind of struggled with the whole chemistry thing and working together, and yeah.
So I thought they were like going to be over soon, but you told me they're actually potentially extending.
Are they, Keplians? Please nicely let us know.
Yeah,
I think they are.
I'm sorry. I don't understand the point. Like let them go back to their labels and be in girl groups making songs that they each want to actually do. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, this one was like, we're trying to, build a profile for our members before they go back, I guess. That's what happened with IVE. They had Eugen.
Yeah.
And, So,
yeah, but they've been active for like a year and a half now, right?
Yeah. No offense, but.
All right. Well, that ends round 3.
Yeah.
So what wins for you? Choreography?
Ooh.
Performance?
Ooh. I was going to give it to Tempest because the Whedon boys, I just knew it. I was like, I like this choreography. But I want to learn it, but not as much as I want to learn get a guitar. So I think right now they're going to sleep it up for.
I'm sorry, I have to give it to RIIZE. They are a very clear winner for me overall as well. Clearly, because I chose them. Are they your overall winner as well?
They're my overall winner too. It's usually not this one-sided.
I mean, some months it is. Yeah. I really wanted to talk about Key. I was sad you guys didn't vote for Key because Key, that album is so good.
Sounds are always good. People sleep. Y'all be paying the wrong people dust, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. But yeah, anywho, doodle, let us know what you all think about these tracks and what wins the pop-up for you. Remember, do it kindly or not, but just do.
Yeah, we want your honest opinion.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's so fun about music. I keep saying this in the comments when people are mean to us. Like, this is what's fun about talking about music is that we all think different things.
Yeah, no echo chambers here, honey. But yes, hang out with us and the crew on Patreon. Help us choose our next episode topics. And you can comment below or message us at CCTV Pops on all social media. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for YouTube. And if you're enjoying our show on a podcast platform, please give us a follow, a rating, and a review. Until next time, that's Grace.
That's Jan.
And we're signing off from CCTV, the Non-Stop Pop Show.